Imagine this, Hollywood's golden girl, Blake Lively.
We turn now to Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni.
Once the picture of elegance and charm, now accused of manipulation, media missteps, and embroiled in a legal war with her own director. What happened behind the scenes of her biggest movie yet? Was it ambition gone rogue, or something much darker? This is the story Blake doesn't want you to hear. Once adored for her poise, grace, and relatability, Blake Lively now finds herself at the center of a controversy that's rocking Hollywood to its core. Her story is no longer about red carpets and rom-coms. It's about lawsuits, on-set drama, and a reputation hanging by a thread. So how did one of Hollywood's most beloved stars land in a scandal of this magnitude? Let's rewind. The meteoric rise. Blake Lively's ascent to fame felt almost effortless. She captivated audiences as Serena Vander, Woodson in Gossip Girl, embodying the role of the chic, troubled socialite with uncanny ease. Overnight, she became America's sweetheart, the fashion icon, the Hollywood it girl. Her portrayal struck a chord with millions. She wasn't just playing a character, she was the character. Blake's effortless charm, natural charisma, and style made her a household name. Paparazzi followed her every move. Magazines couldn't get enough of her, and designers begged her to wear their brands. And she wasn't just a TV darling. Her transition to the big screen was just as impressive. Films like The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, The Town, and A Simple Favor showcased her acting range, charm, and depth. Critics praised her ability to balance vulnerability and strength in her characters. With each project, she proved she wasn't just another pretty face, she was a powerhouse in the making. By the mid-2000s teens, she had carved a niche as both a serious actress and a business-savvy celebrity. Her social media presence was polished yet relatable, often filled with witty banter with her husband Ryan Reynolds. Together, they became Hollywood's favorite couple, wholesome, funny, and effortlessly cool. But in Hollywood, every rise comes with a price. In 2024, Lively signed on to star in It Ends With Us, the film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's emotional bestseller. Playing Lily Bloom, a woman grappling with the trauma of domestic abuse, was a bold move, and one that required tact and empathy. It was a high-stakes project, not just commercially, but emotionally. Domestic violence is not a theme you can treat lightly. Expectations were sky-high. Starring alongside director and co-star Justin Baldoni, the film was hyped as a defining moment in both their careers. And financially, it delivered. The film raked in over $300 million worldwide, becoming Lively's highest-grossing film ever. Box office success aside, however, the off-camera drama was just beginning to unfold. Behind the scenes, feuds and fallout, whispers of tension on set began surfacing, and they only got louder. Industry insiders started leaking stories. Rumors of Blake and Baldoni clashing over creative direction, arguments during rehearsals, cold shoulders between takes. During promotional events, the awkwardness was palpable. They were rarely photographed together. Their interviews seemed rehearsed, stiff. Fans noticed, so did the media. Then came the bombshell. In December 2024, Blake Lively filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department. She accused Baldoni of fostering a hostile work environment and making inappropriate comments. The response? Nothing short of nuclear. Baldoni fired back with a $400 million lawsuit, not just against Blake, but also her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist. He claimed Blake was trying to seize creative control of the film by threatening to fabricate harassment claims. Extortion, defamation, invasion of privacy, the list of allegations was long and damning. Suddenly, the drama on screen was nothing compared to what was unfolding off it. Media frenzy and backlash. The media pounced. Every appearance, every quote, every facial expression was dissected. An old interview from 2016 resurfaced, where Norwegian journalist Kirsty Fly described Blake as cold, disengaged, and difficult. That clip went viral. It painted a very different picture of Blake, one that didn't fit her usual polished persona, but it didn't stop there. While promoting It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence, Blake was also pushing her luxury alcohol brand and her high-end hair care line on talk shows, on red carpets, even during interviews about abuse and trauma. Critics slammed her, fans were baffled. Activists called it tone-deaf, even exploitative. Was this just poor timing or a calculated PR strategy gone wrong? Some stood behind Lively, calling her a victim of misogyny, media distortion, and the toxic power dynamics of Hollywood. They pointed out the industry's long history of silencing women who spoke up. Others rallied behind Baldoni, citing professionalism and consistency in his previous projects. Some even questioned whether Lively had taken on a role that didn't align with her real-life values. But perhaps the biggest shock came when leaked documents revealed both sides had already tried to settle the matter in private, months before it went public. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment explosion. It was calculated, strategic, and it raised one big question: who was really playing who? For years, Blake Lively curated a flawless image. The elegant fashionista, the loving mom, the supportive wife. She was Instagram perfect, but now that image is unraveling. Sources close to the production described her as controlling and difficult. Allegedly, she clashed with makeup artists, made demands about script changes, and tried to override decisions made by the director. Some say she wanted full control, others say she felt threatened. Was her downfall inevitable or self-inflicted? It's hard to say, but one thing's clear: the public perception of Blake Lively has changed. In the days following the lawsuit revelations, production companies started reevaluating their affiliations. Brands quietly paused campaigns featuring Blake. A Netflix deal she was rumored to be in talks for mysteriously vanished. Meanwhile, Baldoni's camp pushed forward. He released statements defending his character, pointing to his philanthropic work and history of female-led productions. The court of public opinion was heating up, but the legal court was just getting started. As of now, the lawsuits are ongoing. Both camps have gone radio silent, and lawyers have taken over the narrative. Blake's career hangs in the balance. A redemption arc is possible. This is Hollywood, after all. But it won't come easy, because in a town that thrives on reinvention, the line between hero and villain is razor thin. What now? So what really happened? Was this a case of ambition gone too far? A PR campaign backfiring? Or is Blake simply the latest casualty in Hollywood's long list of image-driven meltdowns? There is no simple answer, but there is a pattern. Blake for years managed to stay scandal-free, but as she expanded into business, became more vocal, and sought greater control over her projects. Was she trying to do too much? Or was she just navigating an industry that punishes women for doing anything? Only time will tell. Blake Lively's story isn't over, but the mask has certainly slipped. Whether she emerges as a phoenix from the ashes or fades into scandal-induced obscurity is a question only time and public perception can answer. Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't miss what we've got coming next.